Hello? This is action I had to get into. They erected a statue of. This is not even a person, it's an idea, I guess. Just an overweight fat woman as a statue. A black overweight fat woman. Just in New York randomly that they put. Let me just get. There it is. Contrast. Bro. That's it. Meant to contrast the two statues already in Times Square of white men. Bro, that's literally a DEI statue. Holy shit. Literally, the problem with this is I find this disrespectful to the black community. Literally, if they wanted to help them, they did the worst job ever. Like, there's literally actual real black people from history they could have put. You want to know a very easy one? Harriet Tubman. Not even joking. That took me less than 2 seconds to think of. Harriet goddamn Tubman. Here she is, Harriet Tubman. Easily one of the best black people they could have set up. If they wanted a black woman, it wouldn't take longer than 5 seconds of searching to find someone like her. She helped, I think it was 87 former slaves in the Underground Railroad. That's her impact on society. It's not how big the number was, is that she was willing to go back and forth, God knows how many times, to save multiple slaves and free them and bring them to the north of America. Yeah, approximately 70. That was it. I got very close. Instead of helping the black community, they completely disrespected them. Like, who cares that that's an overweight fat black woman? I don't give a shit. Nobody wants a random overweight fat woman. What did she do? What did she do to be there? Absolutely nothing. Harriet Tubman is one of the most well-known black figures in US history. You could have very easily did a Google search and used her instead. Like, even somebody who doesn't know history is bound to have heard this woman's name. Like, legitimately, it wouldn't take that long. And hell, if you want another black person, you could have picked Frederick Douglass. But they probably wouldn't have chosen him because he was a man. But let's be honest, Frederick Douglass is also cool. This man taught himself to read and write. He was most likely the child of his dad, who was the slave owner, a white man, and his mom, who was another slave in another plantation. He taught himself to read and write, went to the North, talked to Abraham Lincoln, and told everyone the actual horrors of being a slave. Like things like not knowing your name, the white man wanting to keep black people ignorant, all that stuff. This is a guy you could have used definitely as well. The biggest problem I see with this is these people assumed there were no worthy black women of being erected into a statue in history. So instead, they had to put a fake one in order to counteract that. Basically saying that your entire race has nobody who's ever been important in history that's a black woman. So here's a random one we created just to make you think you guys are important. That's literally what I see the messaging as in this. The most racist, backwards thinking ever. And these people think they're helping you out. That's literally what I see it as. Oh, your entire culture, its entire history, you have no one important to it. You have no black woman important to it. So here's this random ass statue nobody gives a shit about an imaginary black woman to make you feel better about nobody in your culture being good enough to being put as an actual statue. This is how I see this statue. Whoever built this, like, they should be ashamed because this shit is ass. They literally could have used those two people I said. There's lots more black historical figures, but those are ones that I think definitely deserve to be put up. Instead, they just assumed there were no important black historical figures. Put this up and basically disrespected your entire culture from top to bottom because there was no one worthy enough in their mind to be even erected as a statue that's a real person. But yeah, this is my take on it, so do whatever you want.